Holy shit, we're still alive.
Barely, right?
Yeah, pretty much, man. How you doing, dude? You look good. Nice to see you.
Oh, it's good to see you too. Thank you. You as well. Just, cute as a button always,
I think this is the first time we've both worn black t-shirts together. Just kidding.
I was about to say, yeah, fucking right.
Yeah, I'm missing my beanie. I'd be.
Yeah, I know, right? I just need to connect the facial hair right here, and either you gotta gain 100 pounds or I gotta lose 100 pounds, and then we'll be good.
We're modern Cheech and Chong. I love it.
It's true. We are.
Hey man, how do you jerk off a dinosaur? Like this.
Like this right here. I was just thinking that.
Yeah, look that joke up, people. It's a physical joke by Cheech Marin. You need to see how to jerk off a dinosaur. Look that up.
It's pretty good. It's pretty
So
good.
anyway, been gone for a few weeks, so just so everyone knows what you're watching another fun-filled, exciting, awesome episode of This Is the Future.
Unfortunately.
Damn right. Goddamn right. Yeah, man. How you been?
I've been good, man. I want to know how you've been. You've been going through some stuff a little bit, huh?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I got
yeah, I don't know.
Let's just say I'm missing a lot of work, and it's a real pain in the kidneys.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you that. So for everyone else out there, the reason that we've missed a couple of episodes. How many have we missed? 2?
At least 2, maybe 3.
All right, we'll call it 3. So the first 2 anyway would be because I had kidney stones and was very doped up. And contrary to popular belief, I actually don't record stoned or doped up. So not often. Not often. Not like, yeah. I didn't want anybody watching me drool for 45 minutes. I mean, we do that too, but just that, not so much fun. And then last week, I just passive aggressive. I set up the show and forgot to tell Alex. So we ended up not recording. So that's why we missed shows. And I'm getting a hard lesson in kidney stones, which I will gladly share what I've learned with everyone if it saves you any fucking headaches. Yeah. So here's what I learned. I'll try to be brief. Kidney stones suck. Anybody can get them. It's not just from drinking too much sweet tea. It's actually from being really fucking dehydrated once you're over 40 years old. Apparently most of us have them up there, but you get really fucking dehydrated and then little pieces break off. They're like stalactites in a cave that, come down from the ceiling. They break off and then they get stuck in different pipes and avenues and roads in your urinary system. And they work their way down to your exit ramp, your piss hole there. And then they come out if you're lucky. But if they're under 4 millimeters in size, the body just takes care of them. They come out with little frustration. If they're over 4 millimeters, then there can be quite a bit of discomfort, surgery, that kind of shit. Where I'm at is I have a 6 millimeter with a 7 millimeter sitting right behind it. So, and there's seriously, this is water. This is fucking cranberry juice. Like, brother, I'm telling you, I piss so much. I have 2 toilets and they're both kind of broken.
Because you've been pissing so much.
So much. And you have to piss into a cup with a screen in the bottom. And so it's not, I can't imagine if you had a real big penis. I don't know how you do this. You'd really have to put your arm down there. You gotta hold that, piss through the cup. And if you get it wrong, which I always do, then it goes everywhere. I've literally pissed more on the outside of my pants than on the inside of my pants.
Sorry.
I mean, seriously, that's why my work, like what happened, I've really kind of fucked up work because I had to go to the ER at first. I didn't know what was going on. I thought I was just constipated. So I went through a whole week of just being constipated. And then I went to the ER and they're like, no, man, you got kidney stones and that's why you're constipated. And they doped me up and everything. But anyway, I kept trying to go back to work. And it's one of those things where you don't feel nothing. And all of a sudden, it's like someone just came up behind you in prison and right in the fucking kidneys. I mean, and I had a few episodes where I'd be in the restaurant sweating and like almost crying in the toilet. Like it was fucking embarrassing. So finally I had to close the door and, you know, get some privacy. But
yeah,
that's a shitty joke.
Close
But
the
in
door.
any case, yeah, it was a rough experience, man. So finally I had to call out like fucking short-term disability. And that's what I'm on now. It's going on like 2 weeks of this nonsense, just trying to pass these things. Because the bitch of it is, they'll, first of all, it's not fucking cheap to get one of these removed. About $1,500 my end. And that's for one. I was like, can I get a fucking BOGO? No.
Yeah.
So they go into your pee hole, man, and they install a stent. It's like a second tube.
Right.
And then they send a rod up there, and it's lasers or sandblasting or fucking, I don't know, you know, bullets, whatever. And they sit there and work their way on the stone, and eventually it crumbles into pieces and then falls out the tube they threw in there. And that's that. But the bitch of it is I have another one right behind it, and they don't want to undo the stent, the tube that they're putting in. The long story short, they want to do two, but they can't do them at the same time. So two surgeries, one will be, I don't know. They haven't even called me back. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. So I am trying to pass this cocksucker like nobody's business. I thought I worked hard trying to pass drug tests. Fucking A, man.
Have you passed any of them?
No, not that, to my knowledge, I've passed nothing. And every time I go in, they just shows them like still pretty much in the same area when X-ray.
Damn, dude.
It's just a stupid thing I don't want to spend fucking money on. But at the same time, if I go back to work and I start having issues, it's just a clusterfuck. Now I'm just on a trajectory, man. I just gotta ride it the fuck out, or I'm gonna screw myself in more ways than one. Right. Long story short, a lot of dumb shit probably happens to everybody, but like a lot of dumb shit happens to me. Like I'm the guy that's not only gonna get kidney stones, but I gotta get two of them that are fucking huge. And the irony is, everyone always said to me, "Oh, you're a healthy guy. You'll live forever." And every time people say that to me, I'm usually eating a whole pound cake to myself, slamming a box of Nerds, doing something I shouldn't be doing to my fucking body that involves sugar. So for all you cats and kittens out there who thought it was cool that old Tony G was skinny and healthy, he's not. And he's probably on his way to dying from sugar, which we all fucking knew to begin with. So it's no joke. Skinny little pricks can get bad shit too.
Well, so see, that's the thing. That's the thing is people always think like just because you're skinny means like maybe you're more of an athlete or you're healthier. You could run more. Like I heard a story about the boxer Butterbean. You know who that is?
Yes, I do.
A big fucker, the 400-pound guy. Mm-hmm. Big, bald. He looks like a fucking Butterbean. Like
yeah, he was in Jackass.
Yeah, he was in Jackass, and he there was like I heard this quick story a long time ago. There was this fight. There's a bunch of fighters there, and they were like weighing them, checking their cholesterol, and out of everybody, and he was like the fattest looking one, and out of everybody, all the fighters there, like there was like 20 fighters, he had the lowest cholesterol.
Right. It's about what you eat. It's not about what you look like so much.
Yeah. Yeah. So, that's just an example. But yeah, I mean, man, I feel bad that you had, and I guess I just thought you passed him. I didn't know the extent of all of it. So
well, what's funny about getting issues, like having issues, medical issues these days, and having an internet, I got more information from the internet than other people who've had them than I did from my own fucking doctor. Yeah, that's kind of what's like, Jesus Christ, I really should have gotten into this. I mean, the coat's nice. I could wear the coat, nice white coat. But
Dr. Pineapple.
I'm telling you, honestly, Dr. Pineapple, that'd be really fucking sharp. But it doesn't say pineapple; it just says doctor with a pineapple symbol.
Yeah,
that's what I'm going for. But in any case, like they said, smaller stones take like a week or two to pass. Bigger stones up to 3 weeks. Well, we're on week 3, maybe 4. But when they're stuck, and you're fucked. So I'm just trying. And honestly, I'm a crazy bastard. Part of me wants to get like past both of them, the big fuckers, let them like just tear me up, let it hurt like a son of a bitch, scare all the neighbors at 4 a.m, that kind of thing. Because I'd like to have a t-shirt that says I passed a 6 and a 7. Like people be like, fuck's that mean? I don't know what it means. The bragging rights, just to have a hard time. That's what I'm looking for. Save a lot of money. If I piss it out, it's $1,500 everyone I piss out. That's awesome.
So if you would be able to piss them out, you'd be able to see them.
Yeah, they're either yellow or brown in color. And the way it sounds, I would definitely know it's coming. I will say this, just by like taking the pills they give you and drinking so many fucking fluids, like I've felt sharp pains in other parts of my body, like in that area that I've never felt before. And I can only imagine what it feels like to pass a fucking stone, because I felt like things moving. I'm like, holy, like, all right, hot shit. Like I never felt that before. And you know that's what it is. You know that things are trying to move around down there. Who knows? I may have passed the smaller ones. I wouldn't, you know. But every time I piss in the strainer, it's a 50-50 chance the piss goes in the on the floor in the strainer.
Oh man, I don't want to laugh at you peeing yourself, but I can't help it.
It's the funniest part. It really is. I finally got mad and went today and bought cheap toilet paper because I'm using all my nice stuff cleaning up piss off the floor.
Yeah,
like 4 rolls of just piss paper, and I'm like, fuck this shit. Give me the single ply for 99 cents. So anyone that comes over right now, that's what you're gonna wipe with. You have to ask for the good shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to ask for the good shit.
I should put that over the guest bathroom. It should just say, this is shitty toilet paper during shitty times. You know, ask for the good stuff.
Tips are encouraged. You know.
Yeah, fucking A, tips are encouraged. All the piss I've wiped off that floor. You know how clean that floor is now. I've never wiped down my toilet so many times in one day either.
Shit, man. This whole conversation makes me want to like leave and go get a glass of water. Like,
I'm sure I'll race you. If I don't have to piss by the time this is over, I'd be amazed. And that's not good. I should probably.
Well, I'm drinking like sparkling water. I don't know if that counts or not. It's water with bubbles in it. So I don't know. You know, it's the cheap can shit. It's called Aha. So I don't know if that counts or not. It's water, but.
Well, you know, here's what's funny is I subconsciously knew that I'm getting older and I'd have to slow down on shit. I don't usually drink sugary drinks ever.
Right.
I do have a thing for junk food. It's true. But I go to the gym 4 or 5 days a week and I run 2 to 3 days a week. So it's really fucking funny to me. I mean, that's not to say like this is a big major issue, but it's the start of something. I'm sure there'll be more shit coming down the road. It's just funny to me. It's like, it doesn't have shit to do. You can, I don't know, enjoy your fucking self. Like, I don't know, man. I mean, I was trying to do what I thought was right and I'm still fucked. So,
well, I've known people that were my age when I was like 24 or 25 that got in kidney stones, you know. Wow. And when I was 25, I got shingles. And that's like an old person's thing, you know.
Well, that's from having chicken pox, isn't it?
Yeah, that means that you have the chicken pox. Yeah, it's like from the chicken pox. But it doesn't usually happen to you unless you get older. Or you can also have like the herpes simplex, whatever, one of the strains of herpes, because there's a bunch of them, and then you could get, since it's in your body, you could get shingles after a certain amount of time. It's either you're very unhealthy or you're older, and that's usually how you get. And just at the time, I was drinking a lot more than I was now, which means that's a lot.
You must have been drinking like a racehorse, because my cousin he has those issues, but he's pushing 50.
Oh yeah,
he must have been drinking. He really drank. You must have drank too. God damn.
Yeah.
It's all about what your body can handle too. I don't know, man. It's just fucking funny to me. It's like, whatever. It's kind of, I mean, I know I have a dark personality, but to me, it's like, cool. I am eventually going to die. I was starting to worry for a minute, but this is a good sign. I might not have to work till 60. This is all right. What's next? They were doing scans on everything. I'm like, no one's checked this shit out in like 20 years. I'm waiting to get a letter in the mail. Like, you need to come back in. We found something else. Like, all right, fuckers, line it up. What you got? How can I die cheaply? Cheaply, people. Do not want to get this. Does not need to get expensive. What my biggest fear is, seriously, is getting fucked up, getting sick, and having to pay bills. Oh my God. This country loves you so much when you're born because you're stupid and they can sell you things. And when you're dying because you're desperate and you have to buy shit you don't want, like medical treatment. So watch the fuck out. That's why your 40s and your 50s are supposed to be your best, because you're not hopefully paying any medical bills yet, and your kids are hopefully out of the fucking house.
Yep.
So then after that,
humans are so smart that they realize that they could profit off of humans in every way, off of them being born, off of them living, and off of them dying. It's like everything costs a pennies, like when you could just, when people are, you know, living, like heartache and sorrow, like, you know, the thing that's going to keep the most money in your pocket is you being healthy, you know, and nothing bad ever happening to you. Yeah, so live in a bubble, never go outside, don't do anything other than that.
Yeah, good luck with that. You spend all your money wrapping yourself in bubble wrap.
That's true. Yeah, bubbles are expensive. Fucking name.
So yeah, that's basically what's been going on with me.
Yeah.
That's it. Sorry, I missed a couple of shows, but I don't have much to talk about anyway. Just trying to figure this out.
You know, hey, sometimes you get worms, Tony. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fuck it. I mean, I'd be down if I had worms in me. They could eat out them rocks. That'd be cool with me. Worms are good at getting through soil.
There you go. Hey man, eat a lot of dirt, and then get some worms, and then you'll be all right.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. That's gross.
You got to get that dewormer that Joe Rogan's trying to hawk, and people get mad at you. Hear about that?
No.
There's a lot of these people, and it just happened. I don't think it's necessarily a political thing, but it's more of the right wing people that are taking dewormer for animals to get rid of COVID. And Joe Rogan did it, and he said it worked. And then now a bunch of scientists were trying to get him canceled.
When did he start this?
I don't know. I just saw a random video. Like, I don't watch Joe Rogan.
No, I just know they've been trying to cancel him for a while. Like, is this the next thing?
No, that was the first thing, or one of the first things.
Oh,
of recent times, anyways. Then there was the thing where he said the N word, and then it was like, and then I think it was like him being homophobic, and maybe another thing. I don't know, but yeah. But I just, people take this dewormer thing for animals. It's it's worm medication that they give to horses and stuff. And there's some doctors and scientists that say that it works, that it can be used for certain things. And part of my head goes, well, yeah, it's COVID and it's fucked up. Throw the kitchen sink at it. Like, do whatever, do it all. Fucking. But then the other part, the rational part goes, no, dummy. People made medication for humans for a reason. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Hey man, I used to be broke when I was snowboarding a lot. And my roommate and I, we used to take horse penicillin.
Yeah.
Instead of going to the doctor. I mean, I made it. I'm here.
Yeah, I used to take horse tranquilizers.
Yeah, but I was actually sick, man. You're probably just not trying to knock yourself out.
Yeah, I was just acting like a sleepy horse.
Laying on your side, kicking all your hands and legs around.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. That's funny.
There are people out there that have cancer, and they have talked about, or tumors, and they have talked about trying the dewormer. And that, to me, makes more sense, because it's like, chemo's expensive. That's poison already, and cancer's so, aggressive and crazy. It's like, you mind us, that's when you should throw the kitchen sink at it,
Right.
Like, fuck it. Just do whatever, people go to mystics and pray to baby Jesus and do juice.
You can't afford cancer treatment in this country. It's fucking crazy. I mean,
yeah,
seriously.
So when
what's the point in living if you're, I don't know. It's hard to fucking survive in this country. You lose all your fucking money to being alive. What's the point in this country? If you don't have any fucking money, there's not much point in being alive. So sorry, folks. It's kind of true. Try going anywhere without spending any money.
Yep.
Any fucking way. Yeah, man. How was your week?
My weeks.
Yeah.
You know what? My week has always, every time we do the show, you ask me that, I'm like, oh, dude, I don't know, because all the days blend together. And then now it's really blend together because it's been 2 weeks or more. Now I'm like, what the fuck has happened in my
littering
life?
littering and.
Well, as of recent, my mom has been in town for this is her 5th day here, and she's leaving today around 3. And so, this is my little break from her. God damn it. Just playing. No, she's a saint,
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. But no, it's been cool. Been cool having her around. She's fun, and we haven't, like, what have we done? She bought me some toys. That was pretty cool. She wanted to buy me a birthday present because my birthday is coming up, I guess, and she was like, "Let's go to the toy store." I was like, "I thought you'd never ask, lady." And then she's buying the toys at the store, and the clerks is ringing them up, and I'm like, I'm 35, and my mommy's buying me toys, like, quite literally. That's exactly what happened. But
I'm sure of it. I'm sure you let him know. Did you hold her hand on the way out of the store?
Yeah, she looked both ways, and made sure.
Did she make you wait until you got to the car to look at them?
Yeah. She gave me the mom arm at the crosswalk when the car was coming. Mom.
Oh, it's fucking cool, man. What'd you score?
Got another Terminator. One I don't have, which is kind of rare because I'm getting to the point where I have all of them besides maybe some Japanese vintage ones and stuff like that. But I'm getting to the point where I think I almost have every Terminator except for some of the vintage ones.
Right.
So I got a one from the late 90s, and then a cool xenomorph alien. It's pretty tight.
Sick, man.
Yeah. Went to my one of my favorite stores. I have a few of them in Portland. 2 of them. One of them, shout out, Primo's Toys. Mm-hmm. If you want to check out some cool toys, go to Primo's. They got a lot of Ninja Turtle stuff and Marvel stuff. A bunch of G.I. Joe shit. But yeah, they're rad.
Oh shit, really? See that? I wouldn't want to rebuy them, but I did have a bunch. That was my favorite thing.
Yeah. We tried to go there when you were in town.
Yeah.
It was on a Monday and Tuesday, and that's when they're closed. So
makes sense.
Yeah.
There's a place, I may have told you about this place, but there's a place here called Boost Corner Sale. It's inside I call it the Amish Mall. Okay. And there's a lot of Amish people bring their stuff there and sell really good food and whatever the hell you can think of. But they also have other people that rent out spaces, and they have a couple of at least 2 toy stores. But dude, I have not seen any Terminator shit. I've been to a couple around here. I haven't seen anything Terminator or Alien or Predator.
Really?
Huh. Funny, yeah. I don't even know. I'm always you can ask. I'm always looking around. I'm just I don't know. It's weird. I'm like, how the fuck did you find a store that carries what you're looking for? Because I go to these places, I don't see shit.
Huh.
It's weird.
Oh.
I like looking. I don't know why. I don't have a lot going on anymore. So I'm just oh, you're looking for something. I'll look for it too. If I find it,
Right. But, well, I mean, that's
I'm looking for you for the fuck of it, and I can't find anything. Or I go with when you go with your lady, I'll be listen, man, I get stoned. I could look at a case of toys for an hour. I don't really. I just sitting there oh yeah, but there's someone else who doesn't give a shit. They're halfway down. They're like, whatever.
They're halfway up.
I don't like people waiting on me when I'm just staring at things. I just feel
like. We gotta wait for Tony. He's looking at the glass.
Well, yeah, and then they're like, "Oh, look, there's this over here." I'm like, shut up! I'm still looking at this.
Shut up!
Yeah, I go each case. I'm like, where the fuck is it, man? Where's the Terminator shit? Where is this stuff? Everything I see, it's stuff that I own, like old fucking Ninja Turtles and shit like that. It ain't worth nothing.
You'd be surprised.
Well, no, I looked.
Oh, yeah.
At what they were charging for what I had. I was like, fuck that. That's nothing.
Right.
Yesterday, I went through a box of toys of mine. And it's really stuff that my mom packed up when I joined the Marines, because I didn't really touch my shit after that.
Right.
So she kind of decided what I was going to keep and what I wasn't. So I opened these boxes and I'm like, how do I have a handful of this, but none of that? How do I have all this, but none of that?
None of that.
Like, where the fuck are all these? So I did that yesterday. But I ended up in my baseball cards. I have a fuck ton of baseball cards from
Really?
like
Awesome.
1995. Like now it's, anyways, I started going through them. It was like, I found a Nolan Ryan. I found a Shaquille O'Neal. I found a Kirby Puckett. I found a bunch of shit. Like like some legit, like the Nolan Ryan ones. I was like, wow, fucking Nolan Ryan. And so then I like just look them up on the internet. $2, $3. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, why? Never mind. So yeah, I put
That's the thing. It's like, it's sometimes good to have them in the package because you could get more for them because, sometimes in the package there'll be that one card that's worth however much money, a lot of money maybe, and that's what it's a gamble because, I have some Marvel cards that are, and I have a whole display of a Terminator set, and they're all unopened. And I have some random Terminator cards too, but like.
You mean you have a package of Terminator cards?
Yeah.
So you don't know what's in them?
Yeah, I have
some cards like that.
I have a whole display.
Right. That's a full case.
A full case. And it's a display what you would see in a store back in the day, like in the mall,
So there's definitely a card in there that's probably worth some money.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, I got a bunch of these Marvel ones that are in packages.
Sick.
And, it's a gamble, but it's like people will buy those. They're worth more because they could have a card that's worth money. Like I have this Thanos card and it's worth $50. And it came out of one of these packages back in the day when I was a kid.
Damn. So what Marvel, those are Marvel cards?
Oh, those ones I was holding up, yeah.
Because I remember how they did different series.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what series I had, but I was trying to find those last night. I was trying to find my Marvel cards.
Oh, really?
I had a few of the holograms. I had some stuff. That was for a while there in my teenage years, I was going for trying to collect some shit, comic books, like different weird shit. I was in England, so I'd score some different stuff. You know what I mean? Like it was either from the base, the military base, or the local English economy. So I scored different shit than what he would have gotten in America, I guess. But I did have a box of baseball cards, and I think I opened like one pack, and then I stopped, and I was like, I'm not going to open any more, and I haven't. They're all sitting there sealed. So they might.
That's the thing. Look that up because you could definitely get some more money now for something you got in the 90s that you haven't opened. You know what I mean?
Right.
I got 3 of these. I got another one somewhere else, but these Terminator cards that are opened that I just got. I actually found them at my work laying on tables. I just picked them up because I thought they were cool. But these cards came from packages like that, and these probably are worth nothing. Nothing at all. But those packs are worth something because there might be a rare one.
Well, I don't have them in packs, but I do have the cards from the Batman movie, Michael Keaton's Batman. I have like probably, I don't know, 30 or 40 of those. I remember buying them. Like I had a cousin. I still have him. He's around, but in any case, he
he's still my cousin.
This is the smart kid. There's always like you have a group of young men hanging around each other. One of them's smarter than the rest of them, and that was this guy. And he every time I went to his house, like you go play in someone's room, like you don't play with his shit. You just look at it. It's like a museum. And he had he was older than me, so he had the original Millennium Falcon. He had like real toys. He had all that shit. And I was just like, and then that was in the basement. I remember I think you could play with the set, and he had another set. I don't know what the fuck was going on. But I just remember like we had, I remember I saw it. I was like, wow, this is fucking neat. I don't think he knew I was touching it. But in any case, I went in his room, and he had a shitload of like sports cards. but most of them weren't opened, and I'm sure he still has them. I mean, but I was like, why the fuck didn't you open them? And he's like, well, they're worth more money. I'm like, well, you don't know what's in them. And he's like, well, yeah, that's the point. I'm like, what the fuck you buy them for if you're not going to play with them? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, don't you play with baseball cards? I don't understand. You really don't. But I don't know. I always like looking. I always like opening them and be like, oh, neat, fucking A, you know? See if you got them.
That's the hard part about being a collector of something that you could use. You know what I mean? That you could actually do something with. Like I have a friend right now who is a record collector, and he has probably like 15 to 16, 1,700 records, somewhere in that ballpark. Like, you know, 2 or 3 shelves full of them. You know what I mean? Just tons. His whole life he's collected records, and there's a band called Teen Idols. Ian MacKaye from Minor Threat and Fugazi. That was his first band when he was a kid in Washington, D.C. And yeah, it's just hardcore punk. It's kind of stupid. But he got that record, that 7-inch, when he was like in 8th grade, he said. And he's had it ever since. And he's probably listened to it one time since he was in 8th grade. And now he's like 48, you know, sitting on his shelf from house to house, apartment to apartment, his whole life. Listened to it one time, stumbled on it, and realized that it was original pressing, that was in good shape. And he looked it up, and it's worth $1,000.
That's fucking awesome for something that he just carried around with.
Yeah, carried around, doesn't even like really.
Right.
And he sold it, and he said it's worth. He said he paid like $4 for it when he was in 8th grade, and now he got $1,000 for it.
That's awesome. Yeah, you never know. You just like, that's why it's kind of funny. Like, if your parents or whoever doesn't throw away your shit, and you get to go back into it when you're an adult, and you're like, oh wow, like I haven't seen this shit in 20 years or whatever, and you look at it, it's kind of fun. Like, all right, this is what I'm working with. These are the toys I have. That kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, my dad's like that. Well, my dad has a bunch of vinyl, and
really.
And my dad's
Let's go visit your old man.
Well, I did the last time I was there. I was like, you still got some records? He's like, yeah. And I went and looked at him, and I realized he's a real secretive dude. Like, I never really saw him before. I just knew he had. I saw a turntable out there and stuff. I knew he had some old records. I went, and I'm like, you got a little bit more than me. He's got I'd say about 150 records, and I probably have like 130 or something like that.
Huh?
And I was like, when's the last time you listened to these? He's like, it's been a couple of years. I don't really hang out he's like, he doesn't really hang out in his pot den anymore very often, which is, kind of sad, but because that was kind of funny. But
what's happening?
I know, right? And he's like, yeah, I don't really listen to him much. And I was like, so, how about it, huh? How about you? I'll hold them for you. He's got a bunch of cool shit, like every Led Zeppelin album, and they're all original pressing too. They're all when it first came out.
Fuck.
It has Bob Seger's first record, first album, the one that looks like a Lucky Strike, a pack of, because he had Bob Seger's first one. I think it was his first one. Looked like a package of Lucky Strikes, the logo,
Yeah.
The red circle and everything. He has that original pressing. He never had any sleeves on them, so they're a little beat up, but they're all in good condition as far as they're not like, they never got wet. They're never not like moldy or anything. They're not like all shitty. They still play. And I was like, how about you part way? How about I hold them for you, Dad? He's like, you could have them when I'm done with them. And then I was like, what do you mean? And he looked at me. I'm like, oh, you mean when you're dead? Okay. That's what you mean by you can have them when I'm done with them.
Oh yeah, it's the same thing. I told you it's kind of a joke now, but I told you before. My mom told my dad, she said Tony doesn't want anything from you except when you die, except your records. And he's like, but they're my records. Like, Okay, fuck it, man. Keep your shit. We'll bury you with it. All right, fuck.
Yeah.
What do you want to do here?
He's like, you're gonna bury me with these.
I guess I'm not. I'm an only child. I'm not sitting there all day while someone watches me put records in this fucking hole with him. That's stupid. I'm taking him home. He can come and get them. Fuck that shit. They're mine. He's got some cool stuff. I bought him some cool stuff recently. So I'm like, I'll have a second copy of that.
Yeah. I'll have two of those. Yeah.
I told Jesse, my kid, I was like, hey man, it's like, this isn't my record collection. Mm-hmm. This is your record collection. You know what I mean? I'm like, this, I'm gonna use it and then take it with you. Kind of you build into it. Make it a family record collection,
Right. Yeah.
What's the fucking difference? Obviously, records are going to be one of the few things that sticks around from generation to generation. Most shit doesn't. So if it's records, then keep a family record collection. Why not?
Yeah, fucking A.
There's some fucking classics in there, man. My dad has an original pressing of The Wall and Dark Side of the Moon. Oh. Not to say that, that they're worth anything, but to me, they're worth something. That's fucking awesome.
Uh-huh.
I love shit like that. Original pressings of classic rock, to me, are awesome. And any original pressings from the 60s, 70s, any of that funk, hip-hop, funk, soul, the original soul records. People were spending $1 on these records, 50 cents. And we're spending 40.
Yeah, I know, right?
They resell, like you said, your dad has a couple that aren't the sleeves aren't beautiful. They'll still sell for $15 to $20 easy.
Oh yeah,
easy. Because I go to the record stores, they put them in plastic and they'll sell them 15, 25.
And you can sell them to collectors, and they'll that Bob Seger, if it was in mint perfect condition, that's kept in a plastic sleeve its whole life, it probably worth be $400 maybe. And
whoever
it's all beat up, he could probably get $100 for it still.
Sure. Even if you find the Rolling Stones one, Sticky Fingers with a zipper.
Yeah.
Or if you find a I'm just talking on I think also the Cheech and Chong one with the big rolling paper in it, big bamboo.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. If you can find the better you can find one with the rolling paper in there, close to original, the more it's worth. But
yeah.
And they made some unique albums back then. They come up with some clever shit for being really fucked up on cocaine.
Right.
They made some neat concepts for these different records. The zipper thing always caught me off guard. I was like, that's a real zipper.
That's a real fucking zipper.
Yeah, all right. And then you look at the bulge, and you're like, God damn, Chief. It's a big record. This isn't a CD. That's a big old dick on there, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, you don't want to get that record caught in that zipper.
I'm like, let me see this. Oh, it's a short zipper. What's in there, buddy? What are you packing? What's his name in there?
And there's that Beatles album when they have the
babies.
The meat one.
Yeah, with the babies, they're all holding babies. If you
and there's
a copy of that.
The meat.
Yeah. It was the original. Yeah, they didn't hold on. There's a couple of covers that they made on old albums that they didn't or weren't allowed to remake.
Yeah.
So if you can ever find one of those.
And there's some that people have wheat pasted the actual cover of it. And because back in the day, that was really racy to have a bunch of meat, and they thought it was really profane to have and some record companies wouldn't sell it, or they didn't want them to put out, but they already got sent out, and after they got sent out, they were they tried to recall them, and what a lot of people record stores did was wheat paste the record cover.
I don't know what wheat paste is.
Wheat paste was a way back in the day they used to hang up flyers around
right.
For music. So you make a wheat paste, wheat and water, and then you spread it up on a surface, and you could stick whatever to it, and it'll stay. And if it's thin enough, it's going to take a lot of water for it to to rinse off. So
the people that were wheat pasting these album covers, why?
So it didn't have it was hiding the meat. It was hiding the picture on the cover.
So they just put the wheat paste on there. They didn't put anything else on top of it.
They might have.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to grill you. I'm just that's fucking weird and stupid.
Right. There's just only I think that's all the information I know about
Fair enough.
it.
Yeah, that's interesting. More for another time. I've never heard of that at all. That's very interesting. That's
I only
weird as
heard
fuck.
that.
I'd be upset if I had done something like that to my album covers, and now they're worth a shitload of money. If I did.
Right. Well, I mean, even when it's wheat pasted, they're still worth a lot of money because there's not very many of those.
Yeah.
So
that's
there's
something a friend of mine was saying about old posters, like not movie posters, but like concert posters. He's like, some of them like aren't even real concert posters. They're just like bogus concert posters that were made, but they're worth more money than the regular posters that were made.
Yeah.
They're so fucking rare. It's like, what?
Oh yeah.
It's weird. It's not even legit, and it's worth more money.
I have a shirt, and I got it recently. It's a bootleg shirt, and it's a shirt that says, there's the artist Lana Del Rey. She has a song that says my pussy tastes like Pepsi Cola. Yeah. And I have a shirt that has a picture of a motorcycle, and then like it's just like a Harley. It's kind of stupid, you know. But then on top of the picture of the Harley, there's these big white words that say my pussy tastes like RC Cola.
Huh.
Bootleg of her lyric, because I think she was selling shirts that said my pussy tastes like RC Cola. And so I have that shirt, and I wore it at work the other day, and I got like 6-7 compliments. Like grown men were taking pictures of my shirt, and one person was trying to buy this shirt off of me, you know. And I'm like, man, if I wanted to, I bet you I could sell this shirt for for a lot of money.
Where'd you find it?
My friend bought it for me off of one of those Instagram like stores, you know, you see like where you just find on Instagram. I forget what I think it's called like Neat Shirts or something like that, or something like that. And he was just kind of scrolling through it, and then he saw that, and he's like, I know a guy that would wear that. So he bought it for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then I got the shirt, and I was like, this shirt needs to have no sleeves. So I tore the sleeves off of it, you know.
Fuck it.
Yeah. So speaking of no sleeves, I think it's time to talk about music. What do you say, Tony?
Yeah, absolutely, man. We've been listening to this album for like a month. So yeah.
It's true. The artist is Mark Lanegan, and the name of the album is I'll Take Care of You. Mm-hmm. My pick, so I'll start off. He was an original singer of the Screaming Trees, the band from Washington, Seattle, or around near Seattle, a small town near Seattle. And he also was on a few of the Queens of the Stone Age records. He was in the band, but he only sang a few songs off of each record. You know, he didn't do, so when they played live, he went and took breaks backstage, you know. So he was the most well-known song from Queens of the Stone Age that he's from or did was Songs for the Dead.
No shit.
That was him.
Huh.
And it's badass. But he did a lot of solo stuff. He has, this was one of his solo albums, and he has like 14.
There's a lot.
Solo albums, including albums that he's just featured on, you know, that he made with somebody. But yeah, he's done a lot of music. And I thought for a while that he was a part of that 90s supergroup Mad Seasons, but it's not. He's not. It was just another member from the Screaming Trees is in that band. So
okay.
Wayne Stanley was the singer of that.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, you remember when I used to say I don't really have mood music? When I don't really have music that like, I'm starting to get slowly change that. Like,
yeah.
Lately
I understand that.
Lately, I've been kind of like, I kind of feel like just being really mellow, and that's what this is. It's like real mellow music. And I don't like every track on the album. I think I like most of them. But how about you? What'd you think?
First couple times I heard it, honestly, I was, not really into it, but I kept pushing, and as far as Mark Lanegan goes, it really, I feel so stupid sometimes when when I realize that I've been listening to Queens of Stone Age for a long time. Both of us have.
Mhm.
And I had no idea there were two singers in the band, or maybe there's more. I don't fucking know. I just, God, I feel like such a peckerhead. I never read the back of a CD. I never read the back of a record. I don't care who's singing it. It sounds good. If you tell me
Right.
dude's the front man, then he's the front man. So it
Sure.
just fucked me up the whole time I'm listening to Mark Lanegan stuff. I hear his voice. I'm like, oh my God, he is all over these fucking Queens of Stone Age records. And I have no. So it took me a
Yeah.
couple times to like not to get that thought out of my head and listen to the
Sure.
music. So
Yeah.
in any case, I like him. I'm not. There's a few songs that I off that one record. There's a few that I like. There's four, and they're
Mhm.
all different in my opinion. Um, Boogie Boogie.
I knew you were gonna say that one. That's a
It's unique. It's unique.
yeah.
I guess I like stuff that stands out to me. Shanty Man's Life, Little Sadie, and my favorite has got to be Creeping Coastline of Lights.
Creeping Coastline of Lights.
And I
Okay.
can't believe that song hasn't been in some like I just see that in like a murder, like I don't know, like kind of like a twist, like a psycho thriller, something like that, like a murder mystery. Like I don't know. When I listen to that song, I just like this is Hollywood, Los Angeles. Someone got murdered on a beach. Like this, you know, I don't know. I just
Yeah.
put some images in my head that I thought were really fucking cool. Um, so the more, long story short, like I said, I have a few here that I'll hear, from him again. Um,
Sure.
but it's cool. There's some cool songs in there, something I would have never heard of before, but if you hadn't brought him up, I probably never would have discovered
Right. I hear
it.
you.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But I don't know. It's cool. I'm glad I know who he is. And then I clicked on the Screaming Trees, like I told you right before the show,
Sure.
and I was like, okay, got it. They had a hit. Understood. Makes
Right.
sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, man.
Well,
I mean, it's cool shit. I mean, it's just so much. Like this dude's got a lot of music. It's too much for me to be like, all right, I'm gonna dig through his other albums. No, I'm not.
well, see, he does. He has a lot, and this I picked this one just because it's one of the ones I haven't heard, and I've heard a couple of his other ones. Field Songs is really good, and The Windy Sheet is really good, and so is his newest one I like probably the most, Straight Songs of Sorrow. So
Yeah, it seemed like in the review that I read that got a lot of
mhm.
praise.
Well, it's a little different. You know how most of the songs on I'll Take Care of You is like a
Acoustic.
acoustic and like kind of either like folkish country kind of like has or bluesy like southern twang to it, a bluesy, especially Boogie Boogie
Yeah.
is like boogie boogie. It's got that like kind of slide guitar. There's not a whole lot of that on his new one. It's like a lot of keyboard and synth stuff, and
Right.
like beats. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm into checking something out. Like I'm just not a big like acoustic fan in general.
Okay, yeah,
Like I don't know if I have like maybe like Johnny Cash or something, like country music, but not acoustic rock too much. So
sure.
that was kind of like it was like yeah, all right, like nothing. Like all the songs are cool, they're mellow. Like nothing
Sure,
really
it is
like
mellow.
took off. So I was like, all right, this is cool.
It's not like he's a rock singer that I think did a lot of heroin and drinking and just kind of
He's a
got
party animal. Yeah, they
like
identified him as such. Yeah.
like got into this like somber like he's all about lyrics and stuff, and he's got like a voice that sounds like leather. It's just like
Yeah.
it's great. He's got a very great voice. It's one of those things. Even the songs I don't particularly care for on the album, I'm still like he sounds good. He's got that voice where it's
Cool.
like
It's
it's
very
kind of,
unique. You can pick it out of the Queens of Stone Age songs.
yeah.
Now it's like, oh my god, I thought
Yeah,
that was the
you're
other
like it's
peckerhead.
definitely
Fuck,
yeah.
it's not even him. It's another guy. Fuck. I went
Something
to the show, Alex. I was at the fucking show. And I didn't see two men on. I didn't notice there's two men singing. Fucking. That's why I feel stupid.
well, I mean, when did you see him? Because it's like I think he stopped singing for him after a while, and just
Uh,
Josh Holmes or whatever.
saw him tour probably 2017.
Yeah, I don't know if he was singing with them.
I
Yeah.
don't either. Shows like that, you're staring at somebody's backpack hitting you in the face all night anyway.
Yeah.
He could have been, he was probably up there. Like I said, sometimes I just feel goofy, but he does. He sounds like he was like he used to sell Marlboro cigarettes or he was sponsored by
Yeah.
them, but he still sings beautifully. Some people just just make that raspy shit work.
He looks like it too. Like if you look at a picture of him, especially, well, he's dead now. He died recently.
Oh yeah, very recently, right?
Died in February 22nd. That's my dad's birthday. Died on my dad's birthday. But he was 57, I believe, and he definitely looked like he did that. He lived a rock and roll lifestyle. It was kind of like like sunken cheeks and had like a shitty like small like one of those goatees where they shave it like down to the lip and it's like real thin and a soul patch. Like hooped earrings, and he had a grill, like his first like 5 or 6 teeth or whatever right here were all like silver.
Jesus.
Yeah, long red hair and like fucking he wore like like red or purple sunglasses. He looked kind of like a maniac, but you listen to his voice, you're like, oh man, it sounds like a nice glass of scotch and like like fresh leather.
Yeah, there's unfortunately, man, it's always mind blowing when a rock star dies. From I was just saying this because of the dude from the Foo Fighters, the drummer. Sorry, do you remember his name? I feel like
Taylor Hawkins.
Taylor Hawkins. Yeah, everyone's been talking about him all weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Something that just always blows my mind. I think is great as far as like we don't know a lot of these people are on drugs.
Yeah,
we just kind of assume. We see them all and we look at them like, oh, that person looks like this, looks like that. It doesn't matter. I mean, fuck, there's a musician. It's just funny. Like that dude, like Taylor Hawkins, he looked like clean. He looked like a sober fella. He just
sure.
kind of, he looked like David Grohl. I look at him and I'm like, no, I'm sure he's a healthy guy. I don't fucking know. And I don't care. It's none of my business, really. Like if you die, I'm sorry, brother. That sucks. But it's just crazy. Like Taylor Hawkins, it was like he's 50 and people expected the whole Foo Fighters band to be 90, live to 90. Sure. Right. No, that's not how life works. Secretly, dude was doing whatever he was doing in his hotel room before the shows, doing it for fucking years, obviously. So then they already said there's a toxicology report being done because they've already found shit in the system. Oh, it's really? Just crazy to me. Someone like Mark Lanegan, like you look at him like, sure, yeah, it was part of his life. He was a drug user, since he was a kid, but he was able to generate music and do something cool with his ride other than just be a drug addict. Yep. But then you see the other dude, the drummer, and you're just like, damn, like I had never heard anything about this guy at all. And it's such a fucking shock. It's like, is it a shock because it's the Foo Fighters and they're a big band? How did they keep this? Not to deviate, but I just, because anyway, just kind of fell into that. But I did want to at least show some respect for the gentleman who passed away from the Foo Fighters this weekend.
Sure. The Taylor dude, it could have been a relapse. He could have been clean for a lot of years, and that's why he looked, he was skinny, but he looked like he looked. Right. He didn't look the way Mark Lanegan looked.
That's why I said it. So yeah, it could have been a thing. It's just like you see someone smiling and killing it every time you see him put on a show, and it's just like, but that's not what's going on.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. The one that way off topic, but real quick, one that I will always say fucked me up was when Philip Seymour Hoffman died from heroin.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't know the man. I don't read up on him, but I just, I'm like, what? Like, I don't know what you do in your downtime, but it sure as fuck didn't think it was poking your skin with needles. Like, damn. Right. Like,
and
such a shock.
He's a fat guy, Philip Seymour Hoffman was a kind of a portly gentleman,
Yeah.
And then you just hear about like heroin addicts, like usually
like
skinny little people. It's like when that story that Artie Lang has. There's a joke where he was buying some Coke or something, and the drug dealer was like, "What are you doing? Putting that on cheeseburgers or something like that?" I forget exactly how the joke went, but it was something like that. Artie Lang's fat as fuck, and then hear about all these like, white drugs he's done. He's like, you're like, man, he must have been sprinkling on pizza or something.
Right? Snorting it through a pizza crust.
Yeah, stuffed crust, man.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, it's always
Yeah.
surprising. It's always surprising. Like, so someone like Mark Lanegan passes away, like you said, you got a good picture of him. You're not surprised. But there's some people out there that really fucking surprise me when they pass away from drugs.
Sure.
But anyway, I thought the dude was good. Don't know how much more I would listen to his shit, but based upon your recommendation, I'm going to check out his newest record.
Yeah, check out his newest. You know what? If you got time and you feeling froggy, check out his the newest one from 2020, and then check out his very first one. If you get the time, you're feeling like jumping.
Got it.
Because they're both pretty good, and but yeah, man, I think I have a similar favorite track list as you. Boogie Boogie is probably my favorite one, just because I don't know, it's just kind of like, you want to like boogie, boogie.
Yeah, you can fuck to it. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, you definitely fuck your hand to that. It's good. Creeping Coastal Line of Lights is good too, and yeah. I'll Take Care of You is okay. The song, but it's a little too huggy kissy,
Yeah, yeah.
But it's okay. It's all good. It's good. It's just a little.
It's just funny that that's the title track.
Sure, it must have meant something to him. I don't know.
Fair enough.
But yeah, man, I think it's if I were to give it a rating, 1 to 10, I'd give it a 7. It's solid, It's not like my favorite one of his or my favorite album record at all, but it's solid,
Honestly, I mean, it was cool. I won't give it. I'll just say this: like, I'm glad that we listened to it. I'm glad I knew who the gentleman was.
Sure.
Because he connected to so many other things.
He did. He did.
It was cool.
He had a terrific voice. This music is perfect if you're drinking a glass of scotch and you're on the front porch or back porch reading a book and looking at the sky or something. It's just like, it's mellow. You just be like, yeah, boogie, boogie.
Yeah, I feel like if someone, like, it's mood music, just as you said in the beginning. That's exactly what this is, and that fits. Now, William on a bar, that's party music. Atomic bomb.
That's right, man. That was shit. That shit will make you boogie boogie. You know what I'm saying?
Fucking A. I hear it. Dude, I go into other people's cars now and I see it on. I'm like, fucking got ya.
Isn't that weird how, like, off topic again, but isn't that weird, like, how you could find something on your own, you didn't know everyone in the fucking planet was listening to it, and then you're like, oh man, this is awesome. You just hear it real quick, and then you get it and you realize that he's fucking popular again, because he is.
Right. Like, it's all coming back around. Exactly.
Yeah. Like, a bartender that I didn't think exactly would be into him, she had it on. I'm like, oh wow, you like this fucking guy, this fucking cowboy, And she's like, yeah, man, he's awesome. I didn't know that. I guess he's just fucking popular now.
Right. No, well, you never know. And what's crazy to me is going to going to concerts, to see bands that I've seen for 20, 30 years, to see new kids, like young people at them. And it's not because they're playing the shit on the radio.
Sure.
It's streaming services, YouTube, the internet. Yeah. And that to me is really fucking cool. It is, because I don't know, I just don't feel like there's as much, especially rock music. It's not really trending right now. So you kind of got to dig if you want to find, you got to look around a little bit if you want to find some rock music. But yeah, it's fucking cool, man. Yeah, I dug it. I just wish we had recorded. I had it for 3 weeks. It's like, I'm not in the fucking mood, Mark. I'm not in the mood.
I got piss all over me, Mark. I'm not in the fucking mood.
Brother, I'm telling you, man. I have to go pee in that cup soon, and I just know it's gonna go bad. But it's all right. But yeah, we'll plan on doing another show. I still have shit to talk about. There's plenty of other stories to tell. Because even when I got stones in me, I keep living life sometimes. But yeah, So I wanted to do the list. I don't know why I'm looking at my fucking phone because it's not on there.
Well, yeah, we gotta spin the wheel, right?
Right, exactly. Yep. So while Alex gets the hang on. Yep.
Let me get that wheel out. Oh yeah, baby. There we
If
are.
I wasn't as funny today, too fucking bad. I'm under the weather.
Oh man, all that it's how it's supposed to be.
I mean, aren't you always under the weather unless you're an astronaut? Like, I mean, I guess once you fly through the clouds.
Get out of town. Who you?
All right, you ready? All right. Number 1, the Coco soundtrack. Number 2 is An Empty Space. Number 3 is Left Field, Rhythm and Stealth. Number 4 is Pink Floyd, Obscured by Clouds. Number 5 is W. Morgan. Who's what?
Whitey Morgan.
Whitey Morgan and the 78s. The album is Honky Tonks and Cheap Motels. Number 6 is Billy Joel and his album The Stranger. Number 7, Dire Straits, Brothers in Arms. Number 8, we have NoFX with their album Coaster. Excuse me. Number 9, I've chosen the band Scars on Broadway.
Cool.
That is a self-titled album, and I think that's pretty much it on there. Scars on Broadway, self-titled, bitchin' fucking album. One of the singers from System of a Down. If you don't know, they had more than one goddamn singer. So here we go again. And then Blackwater Holy Light is number 10 with their self-titled record.
Cool, right on.
All right, man. Do your thing.
All right, here we go. Go, 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 go.
No. I mean, yeah. I don't want to listen to that. I mean, I do, but all right.
4.
Shit.
What do we got for 4 there, Johnny?
All right, man. See, I'm going to listen to this for 3 weeks. Pink Floyd's Obscured by Clouds.
Going with Floyd. Floyd, Mr. Floyd.
Floydnoid. I don't know what that is. I meant to say nerd. Floydnoid. All right. So, yeah. Listen to Pink Floyd's Obscured by Clouds. For those of you who've heard of Pink Floyd but don't know much Pink Floyd, this is deeper on the list. This is the good shit. When you've heard so much Floyd that you got to get into the early stuff.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we have anything else to bring up?
I think that's it. Other than, thanks for watching and shit like that. I think we're good.
Oh yeah, man. Thanks. We'll do another one next week. Like, subscribe, worship, do what you do.
Mm-hmm. And give Tony's pee hole old positive vibes, you know what I mean?
Hey, listen, if you have a serious remedy that won't kill me faster than I'm already going to die for these kidney stones, please throw it in the chat.
Yeah.
I don't fucking care. I'll try it. And this is fun. I actually, because I bought so much fucking cranberry juice, they make light cranberry juice with lime. Did you know that? I do. I didn't want to fucking know that, and I do. So there you go. So help me out. What else you got? All right. It's been a pleasure. Thanks for watching.
Thank you. And yeah, like always, if you guys got a band and a album, send it our way. Make sure it has, you have the album, and let us know in the comments of YouTube, or slide into our DMs on Instagram, and we'll throw it there on the old wheel over there. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, thumbs up, hopefully not thumbs down. Catch you all later.
Don't do that. We only have 6 fans. What the fuck? We'll find you.
Yeah, no, we'll find you. Get in there, we'll fucking find you.
All right, I'm gonna go take a piss. You guys are great. Thank you very much. Catch you next time. Bye-bye.